Hello everyone, I'm Ritika Hori from Management Bliss, and for those all who are new to this channel or are coming here for the first time, please do hit the subscribe button. In this video, I will be doing a review of an app that is Smart Attachments for Jira. I've started using this app and I found it really very easy to use and helpful to carry out a lot of stuff on the attachments of issues on day-to-day basis. This app basically works on the attachments which we add to the issue tickets in Jira. It covers the searching of attachments, organization of attachments, and grouping of attachments in Jira. And along with these features, it can also do bulk operations as well as automations on the attachments added to Jira issues. As a part of review, I will be discussing different use cases which are very frequently used within the organizations so that it's easier for us to build an understanding around the app. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so currently I am onto one of my projects board, and to start using the app, we first have to download and install the app. So that's a simple process. It's just like how we do with the other apps, and I have done the same. What I have done is I've just gone to the apps section over here, and here I did explore more apps, and then you just need to write the name of your app, just hit a search, and yeah, this is the app which we have to download. As we can see, it is launched by Stiltsoft. Since it's already installed for me, it's showing me the added over here. Now, as and when we install this app, I'll just show you how the look and feel of the user stories or issues changes in your project. So I'll just go back to my project board. Yeah, and let me open one of the issues over here. And once I have installed this app, here we can see that a new section has been added by Smart Attachments. So what we can do with this app is we can specify certain labels, or we can associate certain labels with each of our attachment, and then do group based operations or searching based on those labels with respect to the attachments. So let's say, for example, this is the attachment with respect to module 1. So what I have to do is simply just I have to click on this plus button and I can provide the name of the module. Now, if we are adding the label for the first time, then we have to type and create the label, which is very easy. What we have to do is just write down and press enter, and that particular label will be added for us. If we already have created that label earlier with, let's say, any other attachment, then we can just simply choose from the different labels which are already created. Okay, so the labeling has been done over here. Now let's close it and open it once again. And now if I go to the Smart Attachments, and let's say if I want to filter it or search it based on the label, then also I can do it from here. So this is how the things change within the issue once you have installed the app Smart Attachments for Jira. And now another thing is that on the top of my board, I can see a lot of tabs over here, and once I have installed this app, I can see this find attachments functionality, as in when I click over here, so I can search for issues in different ways from here. I can search based on the users who have created the document. I can search based on the text, if the attachment contains any particular text from the document. And I can also search for attachments based on the labels which are associated with them. Okay, so I'll just move back to my board and I'll start with the use cases. Before jumping into the first use case, I would just like to show you the workflow so that it's easier for us to follow and understand what kind of automations we are doing over here. Okay, so I'll just click on these three dots and I'll move to the project settings, and over here I'll move to the workflows, and in the workflow I'll just view the diagram. Okay, so this is our workflow. It has very simple states, that is to do, technical design, in progress, in development, in testing, and done. So for the first use case, the scenario is that for a particular team, before moving from the technical design phase that is this one, to the development phase, we have to check if the technical design is ready for development or not. So what we'll do over here is we will apply a check that any automation within the Jira should check that if I am moving from technical design to the in development state, do I have any attachments with me, or we can say technical design with me, which has the label ready for dev or not. So the label which we are using over here is ready for dev. So to do that, we have to add a validator over here between tech design and in development. So for that, I'll just click edit. Yeah. And in between I have this. Since I have 0 validators, I'll add 1 validator. This validator will add automation check to our issues to find out if we have the relevant document ready for development or not. Now add validator. We have some validators already present over here, and the one which we are going to use is this one, issue has attachments with labels by Smart Attachments. That is, this particular validator is provided by Smart Attachments for Jira, and it will help us to allow the transition only if the issue has any attachment with the required labels. Okay, simply just go below and click on the add button. Yeah, and on the top we have to select the label for which we want to add this validator. Click on the add button. And our work is done over here. Now simply publish the draft. I don't want the backup. Publish. So other things are pretty simple as we used to do while making any changes to our workflow. I'll move back to the diagram. I can't see any changes right now over here, but let's find out in the project whether the changes have been taken place or not. I'm back on my board. So let's just open one of the issues. And let's see if we have any document with our label ready for dev. Yeah, we have one. And let's move it to technical design first. And now from technical design, I would like to move it to development. Let's move it. Yeah, it has been easily added to the development. Now let's see the vice versa case. If we do not have a technical design ready. So I'll just find out if we have any technical design which is ready for development. No, it's not. Let's try do the same with it. Let's move it from technical design to development. Yeah, as we see that from technical design, it's not allowing us to move to in-dev, and we saw an error as well. I'll just show you once again. So the error or the warning has come up over here that the issue has no attachments with the ready for dev labels. Please review your attachments and tag them with proper labels. So as and when we see this error, we come to know that we do not have the technical design ready yet or complete yet. So this is one of the use cases very common in the industry. Now with that, let's move to the next use case, which is again very common, and I've also personally encountered this issue one of my previous projects where we were working with clients' data, and once the issue has been completed, everything has been done, we had to delete the client data files from our issues. So this is again very common scenario, and in most of the organizations people are doing it manually or they have some workarounds, but over here we can do it with the help of automations provided by the Smart Attachments for Jira app. So what we have to do is, again I'll just move to the workflow to have a better understanding. So my workflow is ready now, and over here I'll showcase you another use case, that is when we are moving from in testing to done any issue in Jira, we have to delete the files which have data of a particular client. And again, what the team can do is they can identify the client specific files and associate them with particular tags or labels. And then we have to apply a post function that as and when we move from in testing to done, the attachment with that particular label should be deleted. Now let's start working. Do edit workflow. I'll move to the diagram. Okay, so here we have to add the post function. Now click on add post function, and again we have to use this particular post function which is provided by the smart attachments for Jira app, which will be deleting the attachments based on their labels. Okay, by the way, we can also update the attachments by labels using this particular post function. For now I'm using this delete attachments by labels. I'll just click on add button. So here I have to specify that I want to delete it based on specific labels, and I have to provide the label for that. And I already have it. This is the US client, that is I want to delete all the files which have this tag US client associated with them, and I have to do it for all the attachments. I can also filter them based on certain file text name if you want to be really specific, or based on some regular expressions as well. And if you opt for that, you have to specify the pattern over here. Now let's just click on the add button. The post function has been added. I'll just publish the draft. And it's time to find out if our post function is working correctly or not. Okay, I'll move to my project. So let's see if any issue contains this file. Yeah, so we have this file US client fixed database etc., but we have not specified it with the label. Specify it with the US client label. Okay, now our file is associated with this particular tag, and to be very sure, let's add one more attachment to show you guys that if the label is not there, then this file won't get deleted. So let's add another file. Let me add this one. Okay, yeah, so we have one file with the label US client and one file does not have the label US client. Let's confirm it. Yeah, so there is only one file with label US client. Now I'll move it to in progress, and from in progress to in testing, and from in testing to done. Okay, now let's just open it, and we can see that we have only the sample doc associated attached with it with us now, and the another file which had the US client tag or label with it has been deleted. Okay, so that was the next use case. Now I'll be moving on to the third use case, where I just want to show that how revisions or versions are managed in this app, that is Smart Attachments for Jira. Okay, let's just open any issue. Okay, so let's see this one. So as we can see, we have three different versions of the same file which are over here, and with the smart attachments, the revisions are managed, or the versions are managed very efficiently, which is quite cool. That if I want to check the latest version of a particular document, I can just come to this attachment section, and the one on the top is the one with the latest version. As we can see that this particular document has been changed 3 times, and the latest one is on the top. I'll just show you the demo of it as well. Let's open this document. Yep, so we have some data over here. Let's say I want to change this data or the document, and this file, it does not have this average column over here. Now let me close it. So again, I'll add the same document, but I'll make some changes. So over here I will add some data, and I'll just save it. Now let me again add this. Okay, so again it has been added. Let's close it now. reopen the issue, go to the smart attachments section, and yeah, we can see that now there are 4 versions available, and the top one always has the latest changes. So this is how easy it is, and the team always knows from where to pick the latest document. This is very useful where the documents keep on changing very frequently, and it's very difficult to find out the correct document which has the latest changes. And it is so easy when we use this smart attachments for Jira. Now let's say that we do not know on which particular issue I am trying to look for that document. Again, I'll just go to the find attachments functionality, and here I can make some searches which are easy. Let's say again, I was not sure about which issue this sample doc is, but I knew that it has some sample text in it. Okay, so I would like to search for it, and here we can see that we have got all the attachments which have this sample text associated with them, and it can be on one issue or some other issues. And now let's say I want to perform some bulk operation over here. For example, let's say I have so many sample doc attachments and they are no longer in use, and the team wants to delete it. So just click on this bulk operation, and here either I can download all the attachments or I can delete all the attachments at once, and I have to just click on those particular attachments. If I want to do the bulk operation on all of them, then I have to click on this particular checkbox which is on the top of other checkboxes. Okay, now let's say I want to delete a few, let's say 3 of them. What I have to do is I just have to delete attachments. I have to confirm my action, and it is giving me a warning that you are about to delete particular attachments, and if I agree, I can just click on this button delete, and my operation has been performed and the files have been deleted from here. If I have lots and lots of files which have to be downloaded at once or which have to be deleted at once, so the things become really easy with the help of smart attachments by Jira. Okay, so that was all which I wanted to cover in this review for the app Smart Attachments for Jira. I hope you liked the video and you guys can go ahead and give it a try. Get your experiences around the app and do let me know your views in the comment section. So bye for now and keep watching.